So I've been seeing a lot of people make videos on surrounding around the question, is it a good time to get into hotshot trucking? And I used to see these videos 2 years ago, year ago, from a lot of people that's got way bigger channels than mine. Hotshot Mac and the guy Chris TV. I don't think he do hotshot no more, and Hotshot Benny. And I'm not trying to call nobody out, but I think everybody is cap. You feel me? But I'm gonna explain why, man. It's just simply straightforward. I believe that a lot of people tell you don't get into hotshot trucking, and I know this just my thoughts and my opinion, so it ain't no truth to what I'm finna say. But this is what I firmly believe. I feel like people tell you don't get involved in hotshot trucking because they don't want the market to get oversaturated, and when it gets oversaturated, everybody knows if you good in business or you good at running a business, when things get oversaturated, prices and rates tend to drop. Just like with Airbnb, just like with Turo, just like real estate, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So I would just say, if you really have a passion for driving and you feel like hotshot trucking is the way for you, that you want to do it, then I say go for it. And I'm gonna go into detail. A lot of people say don't get into it because the rates are trash. And like I say, I was watching this 2 years ago, Hotshot Mac. A lot of these guys started out leased on the companies, and they would say don't get into hotshot trucking. And I'm like, well, if you paying, if a company has to pay you and they taking out a percentage, and you have to pay for your fuel, your maintenance, and put some money to the side for other things, then it's gonna be tough for you starting out. But I wouldn't say that's a reason to not get involved in it, because if you manage your money right, you can come out on top. And I started out leased on to a dispatching company, and I was at like 18%, and I was still taking home good money. And I just don't see the reason why you guys say don't get involved. And that's why I say I believe that people are trying to scare other people away so the market don't get oversaturated. When you factor in all your expenses and stuff like that, yeah, it gets tough. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a cakewalk. I'm not saying hotshot trucking is super easy to get into. I'm not saying none of that. But what I am saying is you can make the best of it, even with the low rates that everybody claim the brokers are throwing out. So let's get into the rates. And then I'm gonna just tell y'all my method of driving and what works for me. Yeah, I operate by a certain mileage, you know what I'm saying, a certain dollar per mile. But honestly, I drive a Ram 3500, a 2020 Ram 3500. It costs, depending on where I'm at, it costs maybe $120 to fill up my tank, diesel and def tank, $120 tops. I wouldn't have to fill my def tank up for about 2 days. I fill my def tank maybe when I start the week, maybe like Wednesday, and then when I end the week. And that's like $15 to fill my def tank. And it's $100 to fill my diesel tank. And that's with $4 a gallon for a diesel. So if it's a low pan, let me do some real legit calculations real quick, so I'm just not talking. If I could do some real calculations, just say roughly 350 miles. That's about 6, 7, 8.5, 300 miles. Yeah, Because 700 miles is roughly 9-10 hours. So, yeah, about 350 miles. That's about maybe a 7 hour drive. Something like that. I don't know. But I know like 250 miles is like 5 hours. So, uh, I would say 6.5 hour drive, something like that. All right, but anyway, let's just say a load paying 600 to go 350 miles. That's $1.70 a mile. You guys can see that. That's $1.70 a mile, right? Now, I know my truck. Now, depending on the dimensions of that load, because the weight means something, but the weight honestly don't mean nothing. Now, if I got a tall load, then I wouldn't take that type of load. But if I got a load that's weighing 6,000 pounds and it's only a foot high on my trailer, and it's paying $700 to go 350 miles, or what I put in the calculator, 600. So 600 miles divided by 350, $1.70. I mean, $600 divided by 350 miles is $1.70. So I know for me to complete that 350 miles, it's gonna take maybe just 2 full tanks of gas, $200. I profit $400 off of that. You see what I'm saying? If I can do that every day, it's 5 days in a week. If I could do that every day, I made 25. Wait, 4 times 4. That's 16. No, that's $2,000. That's just $2,000. Partials and stuff like that. So that's just minimum. But I'm cool with grossing $2,000 because I only like to spend around $500 a week in gas. There's multiple reasons why I do that. But if I can keep it at $400 profit off each load, then I make good money. That's just my theory. Now, all loads not gonna pay that. Some loads gonna pay $900. Some loads gonna pay $800. Some loads might pay $1,000, $1,200, $1,500. Who knows? But I don't take those long hauls anymore because, for personal reasons, I got 2 small children. I need to be home every week, stuff like that. So, I just do what works for me. Can I go out here and gross 5,000 a week? Yes, it's easy. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm not even throwing partials in there, or the fact sometimes I might put 2 loads on my trailer, things of that nature, where I'm going one way with a $2,000 trip on a Monday, going one route, and I repeat the process coming back. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even mention that. So the way I go about it, yes, I leave plenty room for me to make more money. But like I say, I need to be home every week. Taking those long hauls, it's dangerous. I'm not scared or nothing like that, but it just works for me. Like I say, I like to spend between $500 and $700 a week. And that just keeps me at a set number, so I know what I'm spending every week and what I got coming in. You know what I'm saying? And what I can put to the side and what I can manage. So that's my theory on how I run. So yeah, I catch loads paying all type of numbers. 500, 350, 400, 700, 800. I catch loads doing all type of numbers. And I see on the load board that a lot of loads that it might be paying 350. Like I had a load today picking up in Hartwell, Georgia, going to Atlanta, Georgia. 98 miles paying 350. That load was sitting for days. Didn't nobody want to take it. $350 for 3 hours of driving. Like, think about it. Like, it ain't rocket science. It ain't. And then another thing, like, it's people that work in warehouses and all type of other industries that relates to our industry, honestly, because we picking up from these warehouses. So the people that's working inside the places we picking up for, they working a whole week to make $700, $800, 2 weeks to make $1,500. You know what I'm saying? So if I can make at least 1,500 profit every week, come on now, that's $6 grand in a month. That's what, 6 grand and what, 6 grand, boom, boom, boom. That's 72 grand in a year. That's well over the average income. And I'm a self-employed individual. Let's just get back to the question. Is it a good time to get into hotshot trucking? It's always a good time to be your own boss, my boy. Don't listen to I'm a real one. I'm a realist. Don't pay attention to the business aspect of what these people post on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, etc. Only watch these people, including myself, only watch us to learn how to strap a load, to learn how to tarp a load, to learn how to, I wouldn't even say learn how to dispatch, because that's something that you have to self-teach yourself. Like, I could tell you, like, yeah, you take the mileage divided by the price, and that's how you get your rate per mile. I can tell you that all day long. But when you get on that phone and you don't have your calculator, or you're not good with numbers, you're not quick with numbers, the broker mess you around every time. So you got to be good with numbers. Like, you see how I was just kind of stuck at 6,000 times 12? Only reason why I was stuck is because I'm talking to y'all. But I'm very good with numbers. I can throw it in my calculator and in my brain, and while I'm on the phone, I can and sometimes I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I just throw a number at the broker. I don't even care about a rate per mile. I just throw a number at them. You know what I'm saying? And be like, all right, boom, boom, boom. If I see it's posted for 500, I might just, man, y'all can do it for 900. Ah, man, that's a little bit steep, man. I could probably do 700. All right, cool, come on. Because I already know, like, $275 a mile, $225 a mile. That's what I do my calculations based off of. And whatever that $225 is, I know I can probably skim $100 or $200 depending on how high it is. So if I do a load and calculate it $225 a mile and it come out to about $847.31, I know I can skim off 140. I'll take 700 because it's only going 200 miles, 300 miles, and it's a partial. I can put something else with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I manage and able to still gross 3 to 4K a week. And that's just driving how I drive, with only spending no more than $700 per week. But it's different strokes for different folks. A lot of people ask too, how would you get into hotshot trucking? Credit, money, whatever floats your boat, honestly. If you got the money to buy a brand new truck or the credit to do your thing. But I would say just have a nice amount of bread put in the bank. So if you do grab something, and if anything happens, you can still stay afloat. You won't go into debt. This is not a light industry, and I'm not gonna lie. I built my company piece by piece, the hard way. I didn't have a large capital sitting around. I got a truck first, hustled, did some moves, got my trailer, sat on that for a little minute. When I saved up another little 2,000, got some money, I got gas money, I'm gone. Like, I did of course my straps and all that, and chains and binders and all that. But I'm gonna show you guys what I grossed since I got my authority active, which was in May. I got it active in May, but I wouldn't count it because I had a driver in my truck and he I think he was squeezing money out of me, running lows for somebody else because he kept telling me he need tires and stuff like that. But that's a whole nother story. So if y'all can see this, that's in the last 30 days. And like I said, I only had this factor account since I want to say July. Yeah, July. I had this factoring account since July. And this is the only one I really use. So I had RTS first. They kicked me out. Then I had Loves, and Loves ended up telling me they can't factor any lows for me. And then I got with Triumph. So this is basically what I've done since I had this factoring company. If y'all can see that. And this is what, those are the recent payouts. If y'all can see that as well. But that's if you want to answer to should you get into HOTSHOT trucking, let that be your answer. Because a lot of people also say, oh yeah, man, it'd be tough working with new authorities and things of that nature. Cap. Yeah, it's tough, but if you persistent, man, you can make plenty money. And look, let me show you another thing with this account too. A lot of people say, man, I don't like TQL and all of that. Man, look, TQL is my top customer. 10,000, if you guys can see that. We did 10,000 with TQL just this month in the last 30 days. And if y'all can see the other companies, feel free to, you know what I'm saying? Because I am a new authority. I just made 5 months today. Well, like the 1st of November. And today is the 4th. So I just made 5 months. And I can't complain. Now, this all is the money that I just showed y'all, the numbers that I just showed y'all, that's not all me. I do have other drivers leased onto my company. Is 4 HOTSHOTs. I have 4 HOTSHOTs under my company. And everybody, basically, I'm submitting about 12 to 15 grand a week in invoices. So yeah, do the math. We doing good. If all of us booking loads and we sustaining and paying bills and yada 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 and all that, it's a good industry. I just feel like it's a good industry to get in. I love HOTSHOT trucking. I wouldn't choose no other route to do it. I like my truck. I like my trailer. My team, all my other drivers, we all cool. We get along. We help each other. And I just want to do the same for those that watch my channel. And I expect to get my channel up there. And I honestly just want to be informative to my peers, man. I don't want to gain nothing from you guys. I just really want to help somebody, take care of their family. This your boy being back on the Brainstorm 2X channel. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit that bell for post notifications.